Hello everyone, I'm here today to talk to you about My Diet Analysis Project Part 2. For Part 2 of this project, you will be answering questions pertaining to carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These are the reports that you will be needing in order to answer the questions about carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So you will need the actual intakes versus recommended intake report. You will need the all nutrient spreadsheet, and you will need the calorie and fat sources report. For this project, when you're answering the questions, remember they must be typed and it must be in complete sentences to receive full credit. Do not put yes or no answers or just a number, because you will not receive full credit. For example, how many grams of carbohydrate did you consume? Do not just put 34 grams. You need to put I consumed 34 grams of carbohydrates. How many calories does this represent? Don't put, for example, 100 calories. You need to say this represents 100 calories if that is your answer. So, in the first section, evaluate your carbohydrate intake. You will be answering questions that revolve around carbohydrates. The questions are self-explanatory. It tells you what report you will be needing to use, whether it's the actual intake versus recommended intake, the calorie and fat sources report, or the all nutrients spreadsheet. Those are the reports that you'll be looking at in each section. One question that I want to point out to you in the carbohydrate section, it says, what is your consumption of dietary fiber in grams that you recorded for 3 days? So when you go to the MyDietAnalysis program in Mastering, and you will be clicking on the actual intake versus the recommended intakes report. You will be scrolling down to where it says dietary fiber, and in this report it was 15.87 grams. I only need it for the dietary fiber. I don't need it for the soluble fiber or the insoluble fiber. For the evaluate your fat intake, again, you will be answering questions pertaining to your fat intake. Make sure also in this project there is, in some of these questions, more than one question. So you need to answer each question. This one says look under the source of calories heading in your calories and fat sources report. And I wanted to just point out to you the calories and fat sources report. So for that question, it says look under the source of fat heading. So this is the source of fat heading where you would find the answer to that. For this one, look under the source of calories heading in your calorie and fat sources report. Then you're going to look under this section right here to answer that question. So please make sure that you answer each question within these questions. The last section is evaluate your protein intake, and there's something that I need to point out to you that is very important. it says to calculate your personal protein RDA and to show your calculations. First of all, I have a Word document under your instructions that show you how to calculate your protein RDA. And it's called How to Calculate an Individual's Protein Needs, or your protein calculation. So if you open up this document, it tells you what to do step by step on how to calculate your personal protein needs. Also, you are doing a homework that has a video and some questions on how to calculate one's personal protein needs. So you would need to do your homework and to look at this document to help you out with doing your personal protein calculation and putting your answer here. Remember, you must show your calculations. If you do not, then points will be deducted. The next place is it says to open up the dietary reference intake file and scroll down until you find the RDA for protein for your age and sex. So there is a PDF file that is the dietary reference intake file. When you open it up, you will scroll down to the protein and amino acids. Here is the RDA column. You need to find the RDA for your age and sex. Here's the males. Here is the females. And so this is the column that you will be looking at to find that answer. Once you find that answer, you need to compare the answer from the dietary reference intake file with your personal protein calculation that you just completed in order to be able to tell me how it compares. Is it higher? Is it lower than the RDA? So these are some of the things that you need to watch out for when you are completing Project Part 2 of the MyDietAnalysis Project Part 2. Also, in this project, you do not do a new 3-day dietary food intake. You're using your information that you have already inputted into the program to complete this MyDietAnalysis Project Part 2. I hope that you have found this video helpful to complete MyDietAnalysis Project Part 2. Remember, if you have any questions, please post them on the Cyber Cafe so another student can help you out. If they are not helping you out, then please email me and I will be glad to help you. Thank you and have a good day.